Ladies and gentlemen and programmers, we're going to do Codeacademy Lesson 5, Part 3. It's the third of 9 parts. All right, so I want you to open up Codeacademy. I want you to read the stuff and develop an intelligent question about it. So we're reading all the stuff. Read from here. Read. What is this? That ain't it. So read. Okay, read all the way to the instructions and write down an intelligent question about what you've just read. Okay, now let's jump back. Now that you've hit pause on this video and read that, let's jump back to my spiel. All right, so you wrote down your question in your notes. You should have at the top of your notes, Codeacademy 5, have your name up there. Okay, so let's review from this. Say it out loud with me so that you don't have to write it down in the notes. A method definition teaches your object to do something new, and a method call asks the object to run the method to do something. So you define it and then you call it, right? So it works together. All right, let's take a look at the example code they did. So the example we're going back is to a car, and you have this thing public void start engine. So it's void, so we know that it is a command. It's void, so we know that it doesn't return anything. It's not a question. And we see that the parameters are empty. All right, but that's not the question. The question is, what is this thing called and what does it do? Okay, write that in your notes. And then the next one is right here when we say my fast car dot, right? But the question is, what is this thing? Start engine. By the way, notice, look, start engine. What is this? Number 2, what is this? Okay, answer that. And then the next thing is, what is the dot part and what does it do? So what does this thing right there do? Okay, so answer that in your notes. All right, excellent. Let's go to the next slide. Just kidding. I got to answer these questions for you. Hopefully you gave this a good shot. What is this called and what does it do? This is called the method definition. We're teaching our car how to start the engine. Okay, and then what is this down here? This is the method. What did I say this was? This is the method definition. Hopefully I got that right. This is the method definition. We're teaching the car to do something new, to start the engine. This is the method call. We're actually asking it to do this. So when we do this, he'll actually run through this code and do it. Okay, what is the dot? That's the dot notation. It's basically saying, hey, you could have 25 different cars. Which car do you want to start the engine? It's like, oh, my fast car. So you're saying, hey, I want this guy to dot do this thing right there. Okay, so that's the dot notation. All right, so the other part that we want to think about, let's talk more about this thing. So when we get to this part, car, my fast car equals new car, I just want you to remember that we're creating a box called my fast car, the name of the variable, the name of the variable. We have the data type, what can go into it? The only thing that can go into this box is a car. And when we use a new keyword, we actually build a car based on this class and we stick it in the box, right? And so basically, for all intents and purposes, this car's name is my fast car. When you say my fast car, he'll answer. So when we have this dot notation, we say my fast car dot. You could have 25 cars in your Forenza game, okay, but which one do you want to start the engine? Well, it's going to be this one. This one knows how to. Ferrari, he knows how to, but we didn't ask him to. We asked this guy. All right, let's go to not finish yet because we got to actually do the work. So let's jump over to Codeacademy and let's do the work here. It says we defined a new method, advertise, but we didn't. Okay, so now we're switching from cars to our store. Okay, so last time we built a method called advertise, right? And so we basically created a method definition. We taught our store how to advertise. So now we're going to actually ask it to, okay? So call the advertise method on the lemonade stand object in the main method and see what the output is. All right, so we have to go find the main method. Here we go, public main. Okay, it starts there, ends there. So we're going to hit enter, and we're going to do it right here. So we have to, who are we talking to? Because you can have like 35 different stores. We want to talk to the store that we created. Let's see where we created the store is. lemonade store. It's right there, right above me. So right here is the name of the store that we made. Lemonade equals new store. So we're going to hit copy on that. We're going to press Control V, and we're going to say dot. We're going to use our dot notation, and we want him to do this method advertise. Okay. So we're going to say dot advertise. Whenever we ask it, whenever we call on a method, we always have to put our parentheses, and we end it with a semicolon. And so if we hit, let's move me over here. If we hit run, we can see it runs the method. Okay, so it says selling, blah, 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 it says all this stuff. Okay. So now it says call the advertise method on the object 2 more times. Okay, so we're going to just do the same thing again. So we're going to copy this, hit enter V, enter V. So if we ask the lemonade stand to advertise 3 times, what's it going to do? It's going to do the same thing 3 different times. That's it. So basically what we've learned is we've learned to define a method. So we have a method definition, public void advertise. We teach it how, and then down here we ask it to do it with a method call. That's it. Wait, no, I'm not. That's not it. I got one more thing to do. Okay, so here is the next thing. Okay, what is this part? The public void advertise. What is this part called, and what does it do? Number 2, what does this do? Store lemonade equals new store. Describe it visually like I would with pictures. And then number 3, what is this part called? What does it do? So the lemonade stand dot advertise. What is this thing dot called? And what does this line of code do? All right, that's it. Now we're done. Thanks, guys.